Hi everybody, I'm Bill Sanders and this is Watch Art Sci. Today we're having an unboxing, a new watch that I got. And there was a big box and with all of for shipping and so forth, very secure. But this was the ultimate buy. It looked like a Chinese takeout box. So anyway, but it works. We'll take a look at this in a second. But the first thing I want to do is to take a look at when you buy a watch, there's some other expenses, and they can really jack up the price of a watch. And now this one I got through Chrono 24. The initial price was $1,703. Sort of a strange price, I thought, but that's okay. And the seller had fixed price. They're not going to budge on that. So, as far as negotiation, and I love to negotiate. But, I thought, okay, this is the price isn't bad and so forth. Chrono 24. So one of the things that I was really interested in a watch for was the movement. And so I wrote the guy and I said, could you send me some pictures of the movement? Well, when I sent him that inquiry, he dropped the price by $255. And so now it's $1,448. And he sent me the pictures, and they were great pictures, but he didn't send me a picture of the movement. And that was what I had asked for. Okay, and why not? And I thought, aha, he thinks I'm going to recognize the movement, and I did. But I think he thought, well, this guy's going to, not want it because it doesn't have a, quote, in-house movement, and it didn't. And if it did, I wouldn't have been interested in it. Okay, so, all right, so the price is $1,448. All right, so I said, okay, we got a deal. Now, I looked up the yen. It was in 163,625 yen. And I went through the converter that they have online, and it was 1432.61. So the 1448 was a little more than that. So I figured, oh, okay. Then they hit me with a sales tax charge of 7.75%. Okay, now that was about, let me see, I think I wrote it down here somewhere. $112.53. Now, I expect to pay sales tax, but the sales tax in Connecticut is 6.35%, not 7.75%. I don't know where they got that from. Maybe they figured, well, if we're going to collect sales tax, we're going to get something out of it. Okay, for taking care of that. Now, on a watch of this price, it's not so bad, but you talk about a $20, $30, $40,000 watch, and that makes a big difference. Okay, so the next thing, it was shipped DHL, so it went through customs. DHL, when something goes through customs, they say, okay, customs wants X amount. In my case, it was 98.40, which I thought, that seemed a little steep. But okay, and it says just push this button, and you can pay your customs. So I pushed the button, and boom, and it was done. So I thought that made it easy. And I'm always looking for things to do easily. So for international transfer, boy, DHL really does well. Now the other thing that I had to put this on my credit card, and the bank charges were $47 because it was an international conversion or something like that. So the total that I ended up paying was $17.05, which is sort of interesting because that's $2 more than the $17.03 that it was originally. It's almost $4 more, as a matter of fact. Okay, now the plus side, the really big plus side on it was zero shipping. Okay, that was a good thing. The price dropped by $255. So relatively speaking, I'm a happy camper, but be aware of that. If you buy a watch through Chrono 24, your sales tax is going to be upped by whatever they feel like. In my case, they did it about a couple points almost. About 1.5 points. They jacked it up some. Customs, there was a bunch of stuff that DHL had in going through customs. I mean, they were for this and this and this. And maybe they also took some service charge out of it. I'm not positive, but they made it so easy I didn't care. Okay, so now we have the unboxing. And this is easy. I'd open it up and played around with it, but I wanted to show you what it came in. Well, it was, when I got it, it was wrapped up in bubble wrap, and it was wrapped incredibly well. I mean, it was like, it was in great shape. And so, here's my watch. This is a Philippe Dubois 1785 rectangulaire. All right, now, why in the world would I get this watch? Well, there's a good reason for it. I collect watches with the movement. This one has, it's called a, the base movement is a Jacquet 736 movement, and I really like that. And this is it. And I collect these things. I've got a number of other ones. Now, before I point those out real quickly, this is the 736. People who I've talked to said, well, what they think happened was that Jacquet, Jean-Philippe Jacquet, this is back around just late 1998, 1999, 2000 period. This watch, I think, is from early 2000s. What he did, the Jacquet SA, that was the name of the company, was, oh boy, they were called an assembler. Okay, there was a French term for it that sounds a lot cooler, but they basically assembled. They'd order Guillochets from, not Guillochets, but Eboches from different companies, primarily ETA, and then they put them together, and then they sell them to companies. And a lot of companies, they don't want to mess around with an Eboche and have to put the thing together, and this is what Jacquet SA did. Well, he got in a lot of trouble for something and basically lost the company. I did a video on that a long while ago, but that doesn't matter. I still really like this. Now, they think it was a Pazou 7001, which was bought by ETA, and it was called ETA 7001, which was a round movement, and they put it into a shape movement. So that was what they think. I don't know that for sure. I've written to Jacquet's son. Jacquet himself has been banned from making watches because he got in trouble right around 2003. It's another story, like I said. But I know, I said, well, what's the base of that? They wouldn't tell me. So, so much for that. Now, the movement itself is caliber Jacquet 736 base. La Jupiler designation, they had these designations like 736-236 and so forth. And its frequency is 3 hertz, 21,600 VPH. This one's got 19 joules. And I put it on a time grapher. It's very good, as a matter of fact. Less than a second a day error on it. The beat errors were 0.2 milliseconds. The amplitude was 279, which is good. Now, I did this with a lift angle of 50. So that was that. Now, the thing about this one is that every one of them is different. This one has a power reserve indicator up there about 1 o'clock, and then it's got a moon phase down at 6 o'clock. This one has no moon phase, and it's got small seconds at 6 o'clock. This is a Maurice Lacroix. The second one I got, this was a gold one by Dunhill. And what they have the small seconds over at 8 o'clock. And my wife saw this and said, this is for me. Now, was originally a men's watch, but it worked so much better with her. She got it, and I got a nice shiny gator band for her. Now, the other one I have, the third one, or I guess a fourth one now, is the Jaeger-LeCoultre. And Jaeger-LeCoultre, this one has a second time zone up here. This is your GMT dial, and it has a second hand over at 8 o'clock. So all four of these are different, and yet they're the same movement. And this is why I like it so much. It's sort of a fun thing to do. Quirky, yes, but fun, absolutely, and much more affordable than most watches. Anyway, I'm having a good time with it, and I'd like to hear your opinion. And what I'll be doing through my entire collection is just every now and then one of these pops up, and I'll see if I can get it. And right now I have 4 out of I don't know how many watches use this movement, but I'm going to try to collect them all. Let me know what you think. And until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Side, the Art and Science of Watch Collection.